Hello coloring friends, so a new month has started, and as usually at the start of a new month we see results of our monthly color along for previous month. And in May we were coloring for the theme around the world. I wanted the theme would sound something like a title of a famous book, Around the World in 80 Days. But alas, I didn't get 80 illustrations, only 61. So I guess our theme would sound like just Around the World or Around the World in 61 illustrations. There are a lot of countries represented in these illustrations, maybe a little bit of Japan, more than others, but just a little bit. In general, there are very different countries. We will see Europe, like Spain, France, Holland, Americas, like Brazil, USA, Africa as well, Egypt and West Africa, Russia, Turkmenistan, Korea, many countries, and many illustrators. Maybe a little bit more than others, illustrations by Rita Burman, and illustrations from one Korean coloring book, Memories, I believe it is called. So it was interesting to see all those countries, all those scenes, people, costumes, what I have colored. I decided to finally start coloring in this Coloring Heaven collection issue costume. There were a lot of illustrations to choose from, even for this prompt, for this theme, but I have chosen a Mongolian girl because I really love their costume, their hairstyle. Of course, it's like festive costume, traditional costume, and when you see someone with such hairstyle, it's definitely Mongolian girl or woman. And I really enjoyed coloring it, and I'm happy how it looks. Very similar to the real thing. I used the Derwent light fuzz here, mostly a little bit of polychromos for all the small details. As you can see, these are kind of stones, turquoise, coral. Here we see pearls. For this ornament on her dress I used Caran-d'Ache Luminance, but it didn't work nicely on this paper, so I didn't use it anymore anywhere on this illustration. Then of course a little bit of white gel pen for these pearls, and yellow for the background. I used a pastel pencil. At first I thought maybe to leave it white, because actually I think it doesn't need any background here. These flowers I actually think would be better even without these flowers, but okay, they are here. At the end I decided to make light yellow background, as if some shine behind her, and so I used pastel pencil. So I'm very pleased with the result and with the costume. It looks really very realistic, very close to the real thing. And so now let's see all the other illustrations, all the other countries that were sent to me for this theme, and let's travel a little bit. So that was our gallery of works for the month of May for the theme around the world. And thank you everyone who sent your works. And usually at this moment I announce a new theme for the upcoming month, but this time it's going to be different. It's summer. Many people go for holidays, they're traveling or spend more time outdoors because of nice weather. And I am planning to go to Belarus finally after 3 years. I haven't been there for 3 years because of pandemic. Even now it's quite problematic to go to Belarus. Flights get cancelled all the time, and no big choice of flights, I would say. Anyway, I have bought tickets and I hope everything will stay that way, nothing will change, and I'll be able to go to see my mom and my brother at last. So I will have less time, I will have other things to do, but our weekly challenge will be, but not every week, but once in 2 weeks. So you will have still something to color together. But instead of this monthly color along, which is on summer holidays, I announce another project. I call it summer coloring project. And I asked about this in one of my previous videos about coloring Medusa Gorgona. And some people, yeah, they agreed, they would not mind coloring Medusas. And so we'll be doing this for the whole summer. It's like three months project, so enough time, even if you get tired during coloring these snakes, Medusa snakes, you can have a break and then continue, enough time. I have colored 3 illustrations with Medusas already, and I thought maybe I have 4 or 5 more, but it turned out I have 9. I was surprised, not that I collect them on purpose, but since I like mythology theme, so I guess many illustrators include this famous character in their works, mythology works. Let me show. You will be surprised how different these Medusas are, because maybe you think this is boring, woman with snakes instead of her hair, but they can be very different. The first one, Mythic World, Corberazzanes, his newest book. Here we have this small illustration. We have only head here. This one will not take much time, but many have this book already, so you can color this one. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to say. If you have an illustration with Medusa colored some time ago, you can also send it for this project, because what I want to collect as many different Medusas, from different illustrators and from different colorists, to create variety. And so if you colored it earlier, you can send it. Again, don't forget to write in the email's title Medusa Gorgona, and in the email the book and the illustrator's name. That's it. Next one is Fantasia Nick Filbert. This is kind of typical interpretation of Medusa, like a portrait of a girl with snakes instead of hair. Kind of reminds the one by Kirby in Mythomorphia. That one I have colored. This one very similar, but of course with different face expression. Then next one, Hidden Paradise, Chris Lopez. And we have again a portrait, but as you can see it's already a bit different. Again, different face, different expression, slightly different position, and snakes look different too. Then I have a Medusa in this book, Color My Sketchbook, Bennett Klein. This is Mythic. This one is rather small one, will not take much time. Again, we have just a head with these snakes. But see how different she is. Again, Coloring Heaven, World of Princesses, illustrations by Fabiana Trere. And we have this kind of Medusa, very beautiful, I would say, but that's not all. I have kind of same version from her Etsy shop. Let me show you. They're kind of similar, but they're different at the same time. This one more detail, more neat, I would say. A lot of jewelry that is drawn very nicely. But I'm not quite happy with her face. Maybe this one more sketchy, but I like her face here, more expressive, I think. As you can see, jewelry again is a bit sketchy, but still I like them both, so I don't know which one to choose of these two, or maybe color two. It's hard, really. They're very similar but different at the same time. Even snakes are different. Look, here we have like two, and here is different. This one absent. Yeah, they're, so I don't know. I like them both. Another book that many of you have, the Book of Beasts, I believe English name is. We have very small Medusa here. Here she is. You can color it and take a photo just of this part of the illustration, because we don't really need these guys. So these two will not take much time. And then, except this printed page, I have three more. The first one by Nadia Z Design. Look at her, very different from others, and this face expression. Oh, she looks terrible and beautiful at the same time. I mean, beautiful, an artist talent, imagination, love it. Then another one, again looks very different. This one by Any Coloring. I love that we have these stone heads of the guys that were not lucky, and she turned them into stones. But look at her, she looks not happy as well with such, I don't know, destiny to turn all guys into stones. And the last one, again very different. This one by Monia Gates. Look at her. very interesting. Love this one too. So that's why I wanted this project to be able to color at least some of these illustrations, because I have such a big choice and I actually love all of them. I realized that not many of you like this theme, and not many of you have these illustrations, but those who have, I hope you will join this project, and at the end of summer we will see a nice gallery of and variety of different medusas. I think it's going to be fun. And for those who is not interested in this project, you can continue with our weekly challenges, find and color. For now, it's every week. I will say when it's going to be once in 2 weeks. So that was all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.